Hey Ollie fam, we're here with Charles Hoskinson at the Tech for Impact Summit in Japan. How are you finding it?
Oh, I love it here. You know, these small to mid-sized events are the best because you get to shake everybody's hand, you get to walk through. We were just at Token 2049. I think you were there with us.
Yeah.
And that was a madhouse, man. 27,000 people.
Yes.
And we took over the town, you know. But it's nice to stack them. You do a large one and do a few small ones, and then you get a nice mixture of people, you get a nice mixture of events, especially people that have trouble traveling. But the Japan community here is just phenomenal. There's a lot of excitement, enthusiasm, passion, a lot of governance conversations going on. And what's cool is the regulations really starting to open up here in Japan. The tax rate's going to go down from 55% to 20%. DeFi is opening up. So this market's going to be a Goliath.
Yes.
And it's going to be fun for us to return to our roots.
Yes, absolutely incredible. Like being at the governance event in Osaka and hearing the Japanese community actually be able to have a voice in that room. Because I know there were some different challenges we had as delegates in Argentina with the language. But being here and having all the Japanese community actually speaking in their own language and having the translation, being able to interact and engage with them has been absolutely incredible. What's your highlight so far since being here?
Oh, well, the highlight is just meeting a lot of old friends. You know, I used to live here 10 years ago, and the fact that we still have all the same people floating around for the most part. They're a little older, like I'm a little older, I'm a little fatter too, and but you know, it's good to see a lot of old friends. And you know, Japan created Cardano, and so the fact that they've been able to integrate into governance and actually still have a say and still be relevant, still be pushing hard, that's a phenomenal thing. So very, very proud of all that. And overall, it's a lot of fun just to keep seeing investments come out of this place. You know, people in Japan want to start projects. They want to build things, you know, and there's a lot of entrepreneurship here. We just need to get a little bit better infrastructure. So like the Draper University collaboration has been fun, but there's a collection of other things that I think we can do for 2026 that didn't quite make it for the 2025 budget, and we can work in here. Because I'd like to see 50 to 100 dApps come out of Japan. I'd like to see a lot of local entrepreneurs here build, because there's a ton of ADA here. There's like $15 billion worth of ADA, and people say, you know, why don't we have higher TVL? Well, this is how you get TVL, right? You know, we'll go from 300 million to 5 to 10 billion if we get Japan engaged and growing. So it's a very good strategic investment for the network as a whole, but the first step is to get Japan involved in the governance of Cardano and make sure there's lots of Japanese DREPs and Japanese Constitutional Committee members, and then once that happens, then we can build up that Japanese DeFi community. It's going to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely sensational. We'll get them all learning about DeFi and Cardano and Ollie. They're already such integral parts of the conversation.
Yeah.
And they've been so welcoming since being here, even as a startup myself, getting around and meeting so many great people. The thing I'm wondering, you keep talking about getting fatter. When we were in Argentina, you were on the treadmill every single morning. I saw you in there. I was working out with these guys. Like some of the guys you got around you. Here he is. That's the man I was looking for. I was working out with these guys in Argentina with you. What's happened?
They're tough to keep up with, man. They're tough to keep up with. You know, actually, I've slacked off a little bit because I've been on tour for 5 countries. Also, I ripped my peroneus brevis in my foot. So I have a little bit of limp right now. But you know, we're trying to keep with it, try to keep working out. You know, it's just, you got to sleep right, you got to eat right, you got to have a good work-life balance, good mental health, and you got to have good physical fitness. And there's no pill or stem cell or drug I can give you if you're not working out and if you're not taking care of yourself. So that's the key to a long and healthy life, is to put the time in at the gym. It's just been a brutal year. You know, I've traveled more than 200 days this year, and so we're going to finish out strong, probably over 250, 260. And every place you can imagine. I did the bullet ant ritual this year, man. You know, we did so much. It's just like a blur, and that was fun, but also it's a bit much. And so my hope is for next year we'll be a little bit more structured, and I can get into a routine and get up every day at 5 a.m., go lift some weights and get it done. Lost about 30 pounds, and so that's a real good, that's a good path forward. But I've got about 40 more to go, and then I'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's sensational. I've been on a similar journey the last 10 weeks prior to coming to Singapore and Japan. I managed to lose 10 kilos myself, just trying to get a bit tidy. Haven't been to the gym since I got to Singapore. I've been managing to get like 20,000 steps in a day.
Yeah.
My feet are covered in blisters, but it's been an absolutely awesome journey.
You're looking good, man. You're looking good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you taking the time, Charles. I won't hold you up any longer. Thank you so much.
Well, of course.
And I look forward to seeing you at the next event.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.